Hi ladies, it's Lisa, and this is my coming out story. It all started when I was 21 years old, when I finally came out. I had been in a relationship with a man for almost 3 years. He had known previously that I was a lesbian, but I didn't really want anyone else to know at the time. We lived next door to my mom and my grandma and my uncle, so my relationship with my family was really close, so it was really hard for me to come out to them, I guess. My current partner, Kimmy, ended up moving in with me like a week before I came out to all of my family and all of my friends. We had gone and talked a little bit about, where my feelings were as far as towards women or towards men, and she was well aware previously, and the more we talked, the more that I found that I really liked her. So we ended up talking, and we ended up talking about actually getting together, and I ended up going back home. I still had my boyfriend at the time, and I informed him, everyone's gonna find out soon. I do want out of this relationship. I want to be with Kimmy, blah blah blah. Well, it was closer to midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning when we got back to the house, so I really wasn't able to tell any of my family or friends right then and there, so I figured, sleep on it. Tomorrow morning I'll figure out a way to tell all my family and my friends. It didn't work out that way. I ended up waking up, and my ex-boyfriend had got a hold of me. He was pretty upset. So it didn't really come as a shock, but I found out that he had went and told my mom earlier that morning that I'd left him to be with a woman and I was a lesbian and etc., etc. Well, he also told me that my mom said that she never wanted to speak to me again, etc., etc. So I didn't try to contact her. I figured at this point she knew, and there was really nothing left that I could say. Oh, I forgot to mention, this specific day that my ex-boyfriend told her was her 40th birthday. She wasn't too thrilled about turning 40, let alone finding out that her daughter was a lesbian. She had gone out and she'd got drunk for her birthday on top of this newly added stress. She called me at, I want to say it was 10 or 11 o'clock at night, freaking out on me, for one, not calling her. Apparently she never said this. And second of all, she freaked out because of the fact that I was with Kimmy at the time, and she seen Kimmy as the reason that I wasn't talking to her. I ended up hanging up on her. She was saying some really rude stuff. The next day, she called me and was like, I want to have a talk. Okay, so I went to my mom's house. My ex-boyfriend seen me going in, so he ran over thinking that he was in some way a part of whatever was going on with me at the time. Well, when he walked in the door, my mom kicked him out, basically told him that she wanted to talk to me about everything that was going on, expressed to me her feelings, etc., etc. So he left, and we sat there and talked for a good hour about where my feelings were, how it is that I made such a quick switch from being with this ex-boyfriend to being with Kimmy. And for the most part, she was pretty down to earth about everything. She was in no way ignorant to me that day, but she did make it clear that at the time she did not want Kimmy to be in her home. I think she was still a little bit in denial that I was a lesbian. Maybe it was a phase for me that Kimmy talked me into or whatever. Well, as time went by, my mom has really came around. This past June, my mom actually just moved in with us. She has taken to Kimmy a lot more than what I thought she was going to begin with. My mom's always there for either one of us. Sometimes I think she likes Kimmy more than she likes me, but that's a toss-up. My grandma, I informed, she's very religious, and she took to it pretty much how I thought she would. She made the comment that she doesn't approve of my decisions, so to speak, as her religion tells her, all homosexuals are gonna die, blah, blah, blah. But she has made the comment that she loves me and she respects my choices. She just doesn't like them. She recently lived with us as well. So she came around a little bit, but you can tell she's still a little confused on my whole situation. Almost all of my family has come around to it. My father is not really a part of my life, but he called me up about 2 years ago. One of my family members had told him that I was with a woman. He thought that it was some joke, so he called me and I confirmed it. You know, me and Kimmy had been together a little over a year at the time, and we just went down to Texas this past year, and it was the first time I'd seen my dad in 11 years. And he kept making the comments such as, well, how long have you and your friend lived together? You and your friend should move down here to Texas and come stay with me. And I mean, so it shows that he knows we're together. He would just rather not admit it out loud. But in no way, shape, or form was he disrespectful to Kimmy while we were in his home, or at any time. And really, that's about it. I mean, I feel a lot better now that, you know, everybody knows it's not some big secret of my life, you know. I don't really think I lost any friends when I was coming out. If anything, you know, my friendships got closer. Everybody was afraid that I would assume that they didn't like my choices, so everybody made it very clear, you know, we still love you, Lisa, we support you, you're still our friend, we're happy for you, we just want you to be happy. So I mean, overall it's been a wonderful thing for my life, and for those who haven't come out yet, don't be afraid. I mean, you see lesbians every day who are out, and you see how much we're smiling, we're laughing. Some people, you know, like my father or my grandmother, might still not like your decision, but if they truly love you, they're going to accept you for who you are, whether you're straight, bisexual, a lesbian, gay. It's just a matter of how much you let people impact you and how much you truly let them know that you're not going to change. This is who you are, and it's not a choice. We were just blessed with having big hearts, and we still love just like anybody else. So if you're sitting back and just wondering, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, take it from us. We've been there, and like I said, this is the best thing that I could have done for myself. For 21 years, I hid back knowing that I didn't want to be with a man. I had no intentions of ever getting married to a man. I was very girly, but from a young age, I knew that I liked women. Like, it's just so much better when you don't have to hide behind anything. So, good luck to those of you who are planning a soon coming out, and we look forward to hearing your stories as well. Alright, well, see ya!